real quick turnaround. Are you impressed? If you're already back, just like I am, from the slow jam, which went right up until the starting time for this one. So here we are at the mid-tempo jam. Thanks for coming back. I'm going to check tuning real quick, and I'll check the live streams, and we'll get right to it. I want to thank my friend Carmel here in Denver for letting me use her house and this lovely space with blazing fast, very consistent Wi-Fi signal, which I depend on for doing the live stream the way I do. So thanks, Carmel, for hosting me again. It's nice to be back in Denver. Had a busy week of shows since I got back all around Colorado. And here we are at the Monday Jam. And I got another busy week of shows coming up. And I believe, while I'm tuning, I'll tell you about this. I think there's like a Cyber Monday sale going on ArtistWorks. So if you're curious about signing up for Flat Picking Academy, all you guitar players, and you haven't done it yet, this might be a good time. And of course, any other instrument, you got resources there on ArtistWorks as well. Allison Brown has a new banjo course. And of course, Sierra Hall and Mike Marshall are both on mandolin. Michael Daves has a bluegrass vocal. Anyway, lots of great instructors on all the instruments. Missy Raines on bass, etc. So if you're thinking about ArtistWorks, this might be a good time to save some dough on a 1 year subscription. Okay, double checking on the live streams here. And then we're going to start with a good old song from the Delmore Brothers called Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. And of course, those of you who know me know that I tend to default to the Norman Blake version. if Norman ever did a version of it, that's usually That's usually the version that I go to. As is the case with this one. Norman turned me on to this song. It's the opening cut of one of his records, maybe Whiskey Before Breakfast. I don't remember which record that was on, but this is the opening cut, his cool solo version of this. So that's where I learned about the song, and that's the version I do. Okay, we're live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook, so let's just get into it, shall we? I'm going to find a good tempo here for Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. Okay. That's about right. So the song goes in the key of G. 1 and a 1 and a 5, back to 1 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1, 1 and a 5 and a 1. My kickoff will go. Something like that. Now, knowing the melody of a song, or having like some basic familiarity with how the melody goes, sets you up for kicking a song off. That's all you need to do is play the melody. Some of these where you're hearing me like play this kind of arranged thing, it's because I play this song a lot. It's one of my kind of regular songs. So over time, I've worked up a kickoff of my own. And I kind of loosely base it on Norman's kickoff a little bit, but it's kind of my own thing. And this is a concept that I go over quite a bit in my ArtistWorks course called the pet song or the pet tune of the week or of the month. And it's a song or a tune that you really focus on and come back to every day and just organically kind of work up and refine your sort of arrangement of it, right? I like to give people the tools to take the components, the melody, the chords, the rhythm, and then all of the flat picking stuff, the tools you have to put your own arrangement of that together based on the styles of flat picking that you like and based on whatever your own style is. So that's the way I like to approach it. And other instruments are the same method. If you're learning from any other good instructor on another instrument, they're going to teach you the melody, the chords, the rhythm, and the idiosyncrasies and the patterns and the ways of arranging things, the tricks, so to speak, of that particular instrument, and then you put together your arrangements. And there's nothing wrong with learning Earl's arrangement or Tony Trishka's arrangement or Tony Rice's arrangement on guitar or whatever. But ultimately, you want to understand the music well enough that you can do your own thing with it. So here you go. Do your own thing and kick us off in the key of G on Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. They have overtaken me. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm going to leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. I got it. Go my babe, it's a come on Ma, won't you go my babe? Come on Ma, won't you go my babe? Get me out of this Nashville jail. My sins, they have overtaken me. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm on a on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. Play. Right. Well, the beans was tough and the meat was fat. Lord, the beans was tough and the meat was fat. The beans was tough and the meat was fat. Oh, good God, I couldn't eat that. My sins, they have overtaken me. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm on on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. I got it. If I die in Tennessee, Lord, if I die in Tennessee, if I die in Tennessee, ship me back by COD. My sins, they have overtaken me. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm on leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. Play. We are up and running. Very good. Okay, East Virginia Blues. This is one that's actually in my curriculum on ArtistWorks because I was limited to public domain songs and tunes for that course. So I dug deep and found as many great public domain songs and tunes as I could. And this is one of them. So the song goes in the key of G. And a 1, and a 1, and a 4, and a 1, and a 4, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1. My kickoff will go. Let me try that again. I tried to get fancy with the pickup notes, and I'm going to go ahead and put the click on. Same tempo. Here's how I might kick it off. 1, 2, 3. But all you need to kick it off is this. All right, just the melody. But I embellish it because I've had some time to work that stuff up, right? So do your thing here and kick us off on East Virginia Blues. And I'm going to try to keep the verses in order so you can sing duet with me if you know the verses in the Stanley Brothers version. Here we go. East Virginia Blues, you're kicking us off in the key of G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Virginia, North Carolina, I did go. There I met a fair young maiden, and her age I did not know. Her hair was dark and curly, and her cheeks were rosy red. On her breast she wore a lily, where I long to lay my head. Oh, Molly dear, go ask your mother if you my bride might ever be. If she says no, come back and tell me, and I'll run away with thee. No, I'll not go ask my mother, for she lies on her bed of rest. In her hand she holds a dagger to kill the man untie me than you. Here's the last one about I'll go back. Here we go. I'll go back to East Virginia. North Carolina ain't my home. I'll go back to East Virginia. Leave old North Carolina alone. Now, all you Stanley Brothers fans are saying, well, there's one more verse, and I just can't think of it. Something, it's good to see you at my door, you're welcome in. Something, 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 for you're the girl I tried to win. Anyway, I guess I missed one of those verses in the couplets, but got most of them in there in the right order, I believe, so that was a good time. And Stanley Brothers do a duet on that. A lot of acts do trios. It's a fun song to sing trio on. And it also has an old-time version. It goes by different titles. Greenback Dollar, you might have heard that song called. Okay, Cold Rain and Snow. So we had some snow and some frigid temperatures last week in Colorado. And all across Utah, I was traveling, and Marissa and I were on a vacation. We were in the southern deserts, and then we worked our way up to the south rim of the Grand Canyon and up into New Mexico. And by the time we got to those areas, it was really cold. And then it got really, really cold here in Colorado, and it warmed up a little bit today. But anyway, that inspired us, and we got a lot of snow in the mountains, which is great. Good for every aspect of the positivity of snow. Bringing a snowpack to the mountains, helping relieve drought, getting a big base going for the skiers, and what's next? The big spring runoff for all of us boaters. So let's hope for a big snow summer, and we'll do Cold Rain and Snow here, and then I will check in with everybody on the chats. So make sure you chime in. Let me know where you are and what you're playing and how you're doing. So this is like, you know, a little slower. She gave me trouble all my life. Run me out. I'm going to take it even a little slower. Okay, and I like to do this in D. I'm not quite the as chirpy a high voice as Bill Monroe or Del McCurry, who would do it in the key of G. I'm in D. And this is another song from that I include some instruction on in my Artist Works curriculum. A good chance for players to work something up in a D modal kind of vibe, or a D mixolydian type scale, right? But anyway, D and C are the only chords, so I call that a 1 and a flat 7. So the song in the key of D goes 1 and flat 7, and 1 and a 1, and a 1 flat 7, and a 1, and a 1 flat 7, and 1. Oh Lord, take me out in the cold rain and snow. Run me out. So my kickoff is just melody. 1, 2, 3. Kick us off on Cold Rain and Snow in the key of D. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, I married me a wife. She been trouble all my life. Brought me out in the cold, rain and snow. Rain and snow, oh, Lord. Brought me out in the cold, rain and snow. I got it. Well, she went up to her room and she sang a fateful tune. I ain't gonna be treated this way, this way, oh Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. Well, she's coming down the stairs, combing back her yellow hair, and her cheeks were as red as a rose, as a rose, oh Lord. And her cheeks were as red as a rose, me than you. Well, I married me a wife. She been trouble all my life. Brought me out in the cold, rain and snow. Rain and snow, oh, Lord. Brought me out in the cold, rain and snow. Brought me out in the cold, rain and snow. Okay, good. Bring on that snow. How is everybody doing here in YouTube land? Sage Helperman at the top of the list. Hi, Sage. Hi, Jeffrey Boyle. Playing the guitar, looks like. Nils Diallo. Nils. Dialer. Maybe I got it right. Playing the banjo. Thank you, Nils. Jeff McDonald, thank you for tuning in, Jeff. Josh in West Virginia, playing the guitar and the banjo. Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Marilyn in Maryland, playing the fiddle. And let's see, James McKelvey, thank you for being here. And oh, Marilyn is in Arizona, I see. And playing the fiddle. Very cool. Thank you all for being here on YouTube. And here in Facebook land, Robert Andrews is jamming in Idaho, North Idaho, where I'm sure it gets really cold. Jennifer Hayden. Hello, Jennifer. Jamming your new knee around on a stationary bike for PT in Chaffee County. Very cool. Got a babysitter for Friday. Great. See you at the Lariat this Friday. Picking on the Dead. Thanks, Jennifer. And Chad Knight. Why you been gone so long? Hey, we did that last week, didn't we? Or the last jam. And we'll get that going again. But thank you for the sentiment. I was out for 3 weeks, and I'll be back this week, next week, and the following week, I believe. So we got 3 in a row to kickstart our December. John Keegan is still here. Hello, John. All right, thanks, everybody. Let's get right on with the music. Southern Flavor. Now, I was inspired to do this tune, this Bill Monroe tune, because we played it on Saturday at Cervantes with the Billy Failing Band, and we played it really, really fast, like as fast as I could possibly hang on. But we are going to do this in a more moderate mid-tempo here, and this will be a good refresher on this tune, and it's a pretty easy tune if you haven't played it yet, and you know, many of you might not be familiar, so let's go ahead and back this down to a kind of a reasonable mid-tempo. Let's just take it way back kind of to where we started here on mid-tempo. So Southern Flavor in the key of E minor. B7, which is the 5 of E minor. E minor, and then has this G. Now that is kind of a tricky thing. I'm not exactly sure what the chords are, but I go G, F sharp, like basically F sharp minor, F minor. It's kind of a chromatic walk down from G. I usually just kind of play power chords. And if you're just playing single notes, that's totally fine too. So that's the A part. It happens twice. Here we go again. B7, E minor, G, chromatic walk down. And the B part goes to a D major, then E major. Little key change, right? D major. Back to the B7 with a little stop. Back to another A part. Okay, so being an instrumental, I'm going to kick it off. And let's go 3 times through. All right, so I'll try to play like kind of the straight melody the first time through so you can learn the tune if you don't know it yet. And then we'll go, 3 times. 3 times. Me, you, and that'll be it. We'll just end it after that. Okay? Southern Flavor in the key of E minor. I will kick us off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. tune there, Southern flavor. I don't know if I'm playing like a super accurate version of the melody. I've always just kind of jammed on that one, especially the B part. You would want to reference, you know, Bill Monroe's version if you wanted to authenticate that. But it's just a fun jam song and good one to bring here into the mix. Okay, Neverending Song. This is the Delaney and Bonnie song, which was covered by the Kentucky Colonels. The new Kentucky Colonels, live in Sweden, is the source of this one. And it's a duet for much of it. And when I'm on stage, I sing this one with Ace Angfer, who I do lots of gigs with. And around the house, I sing this one with Marissa. So here we go. In the key of A, it sounds like this. 1 and a 1 and 5. 5 and 5 and 1. 1 and a 1 and 5. 5 and 5 and a 1. And a 4, 4, 4. And a 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and a 4. And then 5, 5, 5. 1 and a 1 and 5. 1 and a 5 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and 5. 5 and 5 and a 1. That would be a good kickoff. And what we'll do is you will kick the song off, and then we'll sing it all the way through, A part and B part. And then I will pick the A part and I'll pass it on to you for the B part, where it goes to the 4 chord, okay? So you take it to the 4 chord. Next time around, we'll sing a verse chorus, and you take the A part and then pass it on to me for the B part, which is the 4 chord. And then after that, we'll go to the B part out. Okay? And I'll guide you through that. But anyway, kick us off here on Neverending Song of Love in the key of A. The title is actually Neverending Song, but to be more specific, the lyric goes Neverending Song of Love. And here we go. Kick us off in A. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I've got a never-ending love for you. From now on, that's all I want to do. From the first time we met, I knew I had a never-ending love for you. After all this time of being alone, we can love one another, smile for each other from now on. So good I can hardly stand it. Never-ending love for you. From now on, that's all I want to do. From the first time we met, I knew I had a never-ending love for you. got a never-ending song for you. From now on, that's all I want to do. From the first time we met, I knew I had a never-ending song of love for you. After all this time of being alone, we can love one another, smile for each other from now on. Feels so good, I can hardly stand it. Never-ending song for you. From now on, that's all I want to do. From the first time we met, I knew I had a never-ending song of love for you. Play it. After all this time of being alone, we can love one another, smile for each other from now on. Feels so good, I can hardly stand it. Never-ending love for you. From now on, that's all I want to do. From the first time we met, I knew I had a never-ending love for you. All right. Good song. If you knew that one, I bet you were singing duet with me. It's definitely worth checking out that New Kentucky Colonels live in Sweden. Eric White on the bass, of course Clarence on guitar, Roland on mandolin, and Alan Monday on banjo. It is hot and amazing grooves all throughout. I mean, the rhythm of those four playing together is pretty stout. Okay, so here we go. Clinch Mountain Backstep, the moment you've all been waiting for. When's the last time we did this? I can't remember. It's been a while, but you know, there's so many songs and so many tunes in the bluegrass standard repertoire that you don't always think of them, and you kind of get into patterns, you know, and rotations. That's why I appreciate you sending in requests every now and then. But anyway, Clinch Mountain Backstep. I'm just going to assume you know this tune. Just remember it's got the extra beat. Well, I'll run you through it real quick. Why not? So, in the key of A, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 1 and 5, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 5 and 1. Da 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 B part da da 5 5 da 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 Okay, so I'm going to kick it off, and let's go 3 times through. Meet you, meet you, meet you, and then you tag it at the end. Here we go. Clinch Mountain Backstep. have been the straight ahead tag. Listen to the original, which is actually in G, the original version from the Stanley Brothers. And Ralph does this crazy tag. I mean, I can't even, it's like, it's, let's see, something like it's a 3-part, like, really cool, tricky banjo thing. Okay. Here we go, a couple more songs. Going back to Old Virginia. This is a song from David McLaughlin. And I love the song. I've got a couple verses. I'm looking up the lyric here just to make sure I've got it right. And I don't think I have that. Okay, I'm just going to fake it. I think I will do well enough on this one. This is from the Dave McLaughlin and Josh Crow Goin' Back album, and which is hard to find. It's out of print, and I can't even find the whole album on YouTube. If you've got a link of that, send it to me. This is the second track on that album, I believe. And we also recorded this with Casey and Chris and the Two Stringers back in, golly, 2005, I think, back in Nashville with Casey and Chris Henry. And anyway, it goes like this. And a 1, and a 1, and a 4, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1. Very straight ahead. You might hear me sing the first verse a couple times if I can't just think of the second verse. But anyhow, we're going to up the tempo a little bit here. And my kickoff would go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so go ahead and kick us off here on Going Back to Old Virginia in the key of A. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm going back to old Virginia. I'm going back to my home. Going back to the valley, and I never more will roam. I got it. My home is in the valley where the Shenandoah flows. Why I left my home and family, no one on earth will ever know. I'm going back to old Virginia. I'm going back to my home. Going back to the valley, and I never more will roam. Alright. It was there I met my darling. To me she was the only one. I left her there a-crying. I'm sorry now for what I've done. Going back to old Virginia. I'm going back to my turn you on to that song. I know we've done it once or twice already, but it's just a good song for transitioning up to faster tempos. Of course, their version is a good bit quicker than that. Okay, one more song. Are you still with me out there? Hello, everybody. Acoustic Open Mic in Saskatchewan. Thanks for joining. Hello, Chad Knight. And some friends over here on YouTube. Ford Huntington is back for more. Ava is back. And Jeff McDonald, Jeffrey Boyle, and Niels. Okay, thanks everyone for being here and picking along. We got one more song, and it is Unwanted Love from Reno and Smiley. And of course, Johnson Mountain Boys did their great version with Dave McLaughlin on the mandolin. And probably singing lead on the choruses when Dudley Connell would jump up to the tenor part. Now, around this time last year, when I was like, you know, finally sort of committing this song to memory, we were playing quite a bit. And we had, let's see, I think I still had it down. I think I still, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to pull up the lyric here, just in case, because it's been a while. And again, these are just great opportunities for checking back in. So I'll only look at this if I have to. Anyway, Unwanted Love. Let's find a tempo. This will be on the quick side of mid, working our way up to the fast jam, which will start at 1/4 the hour. In the key B. 1 and a 1 and a 4, 5, 5 and a 1, 1 and a 1 and a 4, 5, 5 and a 1. That's pretty much how it goes. I'm getting a little bit dehydrated. Drink my tea, and I'll get a big old rehydration of water here before the fast jam starts. And I will be warming up to the fast jam, and I hope you are too. That's the reason I put this space in between mid and fast tempos, is so you have a time to take a break and also do a little warming up on the fast tempo to be ready for that fast jam. Okay, so here we go. My kickoff on this would go something like 1, 2, 3. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Okay. Kick us off here on Unwanted Love in the key of B. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm wanting someone that's loved and lost, someone who's known the thrill and paid the cost. Someone says they'll never take a chance on another broken heart, life's false romance. Wanted and unwanted love to share all this misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. I got it. to share all its misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. Play. I know there are others like me, alone, footloose and fancy free, yet chained to a love they'll never claim, and afraid to ever love again. Wanted and unwanted love, to share all this misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. Me then you. Wanted and unwanted love, to share all the misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. All right. Okay, we did it. There's the mid-tempo jam for December 4th of 2023. Wow. Time does fly. Okay, if you're around Colorado, we'll be picking on the dead on Thursday at Cervantes, other side, along with Flash Mountain Flood. They start at 8. We'll start a little after 9. And then Friday at the Lariat in Buena Vista, Colorado. And then next Tuesday, the 12th of December, I'll be doing a holiday show with Andy Thorne at E-Town Hall for his holiday album that he just released. And I'll be back here next Monday with all 3 sets, slow, mid, and fast tempo. Send in your requests before then. Take advantage of the Artist Works Cyber Monday deals, which I think are still happening right now. And those of you working with me, get those video exchanges in, and I'll get right back to you. There's a couple in the queue that I'm going to get to in the next couple days here. I just saw them pop in. One of them is from you, Ava. So looking forward to seeing that and getting back to you on the video exchange. So thanks, everybody. Don't be strangers. Stay warm. And I will see you in about 25 minutes here for the Fast Jam.